Welcome back, everybody. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you watching. Mitchell.
Hi.
You're back.
Yes.
You're back for a second round. Do you know why you're back for a second round?
I just thought you liked giving me scotch.
Yes, that is pretty much it. Other than that, we do need to show you a race because you did do that when Mason was here, but we never showed it. So later on, we'll take care of that. But right now, how have you been, buddy?
Good. Swell. Yourself. How are you now?
How are you now? I'm good. I've been doing well. Do you think you would fit in this belt?
Absolutely not.
You can rig up some sort of duct tape extension in the back, like that.
Duct tape extension?
Yeah.
I think, well, it actually doesn't connect. You can't use it.
Well, there you go.
So it doesn't matter. You don't have to fit in the
Yeah,
belt.
it's one of those you throw it over your shoulder and then raise a fist.
That's true.
Oh.
That would be kind of badass. Imagine a thumbnail of you shirtless, just like belt over the arm.
Are you sure you want to imagine that?
I'm doing it right now.
Jesus Christ.
Mason wrote his name on it like a dill-danger.
Pretty sure that is...
Can it come off? Oh, it comes right off. Take that. We need to get somebody faster now, though. That's a problem.
Yeah, that is an issue.
Yeah.
Because,
He kind of claimed the title.
Yeah,
And we're close
106.
now. What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're the 8th person to do this. So, you know, we got 2 left. Hopefully you can keep it.
There's only 10 doing it?
Yeah, we're going to do 10. 10 at a time. So.
Well.
it really kind of looks like top 3 spots are pretty
Seated.
well secured.
Yeah.
Just based on that gap there. But, you know.
Mitchell's good at filling gaps.
I've seen crazier things happen.
I'm glad this isn't a Christian podcast.
It's definitely not a Christian podcast. We don't discriminate, but it's not specific to Christian.
I bet there are
Christianity.
Christian followers, and I bet they had similar thoughts on that. Just looking at you in the thumbnail.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Gap filling and all.
Gap filler.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Gap Filler is my name. Don't.
Middle name.
Middle name. The YouTube comments are going to be full of that.
Yeah, we'll go from military
Yes.
tank ditch digger to gap filler.
Gap Filler.
What is going on
Yeah,
over
hey,
here?
she's got to stop that.
Your cat.
You got that rubber band?
I don't.
Too. Well, we shouldn't have thrown it away.
Oh, come on.
She likes cardboard boxes. Dude.
Yeah,
Well,
It's
let's
your
just
own
take a
fault,
minute.
yeah,
Take
for
a minute
leaving
and
them over
fucking cut 1 minute.
there. We have... No, she's going. She's already going.
She's
Yeah,
leaving.
She heard it.
Typical cat.
Yeah,
She's
very
just here to mess stuff up, and then
I'll fuck with you long enough until I hear the chair move, and then I know.
I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm
not
on
even
my
gonna
way.
turn around and look at
now
you.
we're not going to see her for the next 6 hours, too.
Yeah, well, hey, you got what you
I
want.
mean,
It's got a
thank
good
God for
buzz
that.
to it, you're right.
Do you like that better than the first stuff you had?
No, I don't like it better than the first stuff, but it's got like it gives you like you ever had a gummer before? It gives me that.
No, I have not.
It's a gum.
A gummer?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a little speck of that Sniffy Jiffy, and you just
Oh, yeah, a gum. I get it. Gums. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Gums. Here, I was thinking bubbles, like just an 8-year-old kid sitting on a park bench.
Bazooka Joe.
Oh, yeah, bro. Blow fucking bubbles, dude.
no.
As they pop.
I don't condone the usage of drugs by any means, but I sure do.
Especially
like
with children.
especially with children.
Oy vey.
Hey, we're all adults, and every once in a while,
Welcome
you
to the
have
show.
welcome to the show. You have to
Gummer.
indulge.
gummer.
Gummer.
So, but for real, that gives you kind of the same, like, zing.
Not so much to my face, to my gums, but like to my tongue and my inner, like my cheeks. It gives me like a warm feeling, kind of. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, all right.
That's good. That's what we call a buzz
Yes.
in the alcoholic world.
Oh.
So maybe you're just a drug addict and we're alcoholics.
Could be.
Is that what we're going to call this?
Cheers to
Cheers to
that.
that, I guess, yeah. Shite.
Drug addicts and alcoholics. No.
Where we also do driving.
Safe driving. We're driving safely.
Safely.
Come on.
These are all closed courses, and
Closed
the other
courses.
person is actually a ghost.
Yeah.
So,
No humans were injured in the process.
we
of
also
these
defy
videos.
physics.
That's true. We defy physics by not feeling any. So it's like we're driving in space. We have a race car space simulator. This isn't even This is unprecedented.
It's like the flight simulator, but taken to the next level. You know, Microsoft makes one of those.
A flight simulator?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a really nice one too.
That's how I ended up on that A5 video that I was watching the other day. I mean, Joe told me about that at one time. He's like, "Yeah, I'm going to buy one of these for commuting back and forth to the lake." And I was like, "That's fucking dope, cool."
A plane?
With that Icon A5, that thing that lands on the water and it becomes like a jet ski kind of, sort of, or like a mini boat, 2-person boat. Yeah, that was the idea. Keep it at. I'm not going to say the name, but in the town that he lives, there's a small airport with a grass strip.
So
you keep it there at a hangar and then take down. I mean, because it's like a 4.5 hour
Is his front
drive.
lawn big enough to?
It is a small plane, but no, probably not.
It's down the driveway. You imagine watching a car coming down a driveway and you're like, just takes
Wings
off.
just fold out of nowhere.
That's the future, man.
Yeah, it's a cool.
We're all gonna be
That'd be
flying
a
soon.
sweet way to travel, though.
Honestly,
Check
Because
out
traffic
this,
is horrible.
Yeah.
I hate it. Can't
You imagine being able to like. So you drive. Do you drive truck? No, you're a heavy.
I'm a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything?
Truck
Okay.
driver, dump truck, flatbed.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Look at that
equipment hauler.
fucking thing. Isn't that cool?
Damn.
Yeah, 2-person. It can take off from. It's got landing gear built in here, so it can take off from.
Oh, and it's a.
paved-
I suppose. Yeah, it's not a
It's
jet.
it's a pusher. Yeah. And then just a 2-person, and then there is like 2 seats in the back here. They're like they're
Meant for midgets.
yeah. You'd have to put like a car seat or something. You couldn't fit a person.
It'd be illegal to travel with a child in the back seat.
Well, there's no like leg space. The back seats bump right up to the back of what you're sitting in, but there's a backrest there. It's mainly just for like throwing cargo
I think
and
I
shit.
found now what I'm gonna make next because you can go from turbo
Damn.
mower right for the land, high speed wheelies on
and that thing fucking
land, to now I need to buy a jet ski and I'm gonna buy an old Cessna that
Do
doesn't
we have a
work.
Retail on that? Is that
they're like $500K.
Do you think you could
Actually, I
just?
think they're more like 300.
is that the
Clue?
cash offer? Or
Is that the-
what if I said like
Would you offer him 3 gummers? Is that how you would go about it?
no.
Yeah,
I mean, it looks like the inside. I don't know. It's
yeah. Look at that in
looks
there. Isn't that nifty?
exactly like a helicopter, really.
More or less, yeah. You just got a joystick there, and then you got foot pedals down on the bottom
For
to
your
move
rudders,
yeah,
yeah.
your flaps. But then the wings fold up, so this whole thing is then trailerable.
Dang, look at that one.
Yeah, so you can pull it behind a car,
thing's
and then they come with
badass.
different graphics packages too. Like
Really?
this company really did a killer fucking to make a super lightweight. Anybody can pilot it. It's like
Well, it's like the cost of a really expensive RV if you really think of it.
yeah, more
Yeah,
or
really.
less.
You
Right.
know, and I mean, you're not going to get the livability space out of it, but you're going to be able to take that thing anywhere.
Yeah, but
Well,
once you
right,
pay it
and if
off
you-
and you're ready for your actual RV, you could just put that on top of the RV.
Yeah.
Trailer behind it.
Or trailer behind it.
Yeah.
And if you've got a,
I would
you
put
know,
it
like
on
right
top,
there,
so then there's
rolling
less,
down
because if you think about it, it would pick the RV up a little bit,
Damn,
and it would be
rolling down
lighter
the
on the road, so technically you
Better gas
get better
mileage.
gas mileage with your
I
RV.
see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you really want all the downforce. You want all the weight of that RV on the road, though, with the tires.
Oh,
No, you do.
you want it to weigh about as much as a 911.
There's a reason that they make them heavy, and that's so they get traction in every condition.
Okay, sure. I don't care about that. I want
I
to
know.
drift an RV at some point.
Drift a plane.
Is that possible?
I don't know.
I don't think air would allow. I mean, you kind of just drift. You're a drifter.
Isn't the reason of drifting like to oppose friction on the surface?
That's
So
yeah.
you're-
And
So yeah, flying is just drifting the entire time because you're
Flying.
opposing air friction.
yes.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
This would have been a better question for this gentleman.
Yes,
right
Matt.
here.
Matt, you're gonna have to come back and talk to us about drifting
Yeah.
airplanes.
And I would also like to. So he was the one that mentioned, and I think this was off podcast, but he mentioned how the parachute thing doesn't work with
Parachute thing.
airplanes. Yeah, how like a parachute deploy landing system.
Because it goes too fast or some shit.
Yeah, but the Icon A5
Oh,
has
where you
that
can't,
built
like-
in. So like in a catastrophic failure,
I think he was talking more large scale, like
like a fucking
Commercial
passenger
airliner.
that would make sense. That would
because
make
it's just too much.
sense. I mean, here though, it looks like that.
It obviously works. It works.
It says two dead. It says two dead. It obviously does not work. Oh my gosh. You have to be a really
Wait a
skilled
minute.
pilot.
This is a pretty
Did you
good-
finish that video you were watching earlier? Was that how they ended up? Those.
I don't know. Well, no, this is California. They were in Austin.
Oh yeah. I suppose.
Weirdly
In
enough,
Texas,
yeah.
Still, that's cool. I mean, I would probably
that's
trust
not
it.
cool, but like
Obviously not, yeah.
This
no.
is
Yes.
yeah, it's a pretty neat
A
system.
functioning aircraft would be pretty nifty to have.
Yeah, land on water or on land or on
Do you imagine
tarmac.
telling a girl, like, you want to come ride my jet ski? It flies.
Or just say, hey, we could go to my place, and then you hop in the plane to get to said place.
And then, or
You show up in, like, the LA River to take off. She's like, you're bringing me to, like, the sketchiest place
yeah,
ever.
you would probably
A
nowadays
drainage ditch.
culture. It'd be like they'd all be like, "What?
Oh, look, a
That's-
little baby one.
Yeah, and they're just fucking
Could you afford the RC
cool
version?
looking. I might be able to.
Fun things to ply.
Ply.
Ply. Hey, I come and play this.
That's 13 feet.
13 feet. The Icon.
Yeah, really want one of those. Real bad. It's on
We'll
the
get one.
wish list.
It's on the way.
Yeah.
We'll do a podcast inside of it when you get it.
Yeah, yes.
And then you'll have to take me to some secret fishing spots that I know up north.
Oh
We'll
my
just be able to
goodness.
flip-
Imagine
that's
just
what-
dropping
well, that's
in
what I'm
front of some
thinking.
dudes.
That's what I'm
They're on
thinking.
their little puddle jumper and you show up in a
That's
plane.
what I'm thinking, dude. That's honestly, that's end game. That is end game right there.
And then just throw one, like sit on
That
the
is
side
the
of
biggest flex.
Imagine how nice it would
That's
be.
not even a flex, dude. That's just a, like,
You put on a shirt and you ripped the sleeves.
yeah.
That's
Dude, you looked at the shirt and the sleeves just fell off.
Dude, that'd be so nice to skip the launch part of the boat endeavor. That's the worst part of it. Nobody wants to do that.
Yeah, you just
It's not
land
fun
on the water
launching
and then
or
you
putting your
leave
boat back on the
from the
trailer.
water.
That sucks every time.
Yeah, they've got like a 900 nautical mile range, so like you could, they're built for like,
We could literally fly it to
Like
Lake of
close,
the Woods
kind
and
of.
back.
well, like moving around a state or like a region.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean, but
Like a county.
but
Lake of the Woods.
if you can land it on a lake, you can fill up at any. That's the other thing too. It runs on fucking
pump gas?
not pump gas, E85.
Oh,
Well, ethanol mix.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
You can.
So you don't need fucking jet fuel everywhere you go.
Race gas, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's cool. It's a race car.
110 octane, whatever the fuck
That's
it is.
cool. I
Yeah, it's
want
a
one.
cool little craft. Solid carbon fiber.
We should get 3 of them and race.
I don't think they go real fast.
You don't have to go
They'd
fast.
have to go at least. I mean,
You
what do
can
you think?
race-
They'd have to go 100 when they're up in the air, right?
Yeah, I would assume.
Yeah, just to maintain
But in,
flight.
in words or in like the realm of planes, that's not-
Aircraft wise,
there are
it's
some like turboprops out there that'll haul like you're literally pushing like commercial jets like 500
500 miles an hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
You can buy retired military, decommissioned military fighter jets, and they're dirt fucking cheap. You can pick them up for like a quarter, so dirt cheap in the realm of yeah.
$250,000.
But dude, that was the $300,000. It'll
Yeah,
just get you around.
yeah.
You know what I mean? This is a decommissioned fucking like Hornet. You can get an F-14 Hornet. Fully de-weaponized. There is no Wizzo system, nothing like that. But they're like $250K.
Is there like
But-
a provocatively named jet? Because then I would just ask people, you want to see my And then like,
I would say just name it that.
you get a slap in the face.
Yeah,
but
you
then you
just-
go outside, and then you
Name-
hop into your...
Name the jet.
Said jet.
Name the jet footlong, and then just say, "Hey, do you want to see my footlong?"
And just paint it on the side of the hull or of
Yeah.
the fuselage, rather. Yeah.
They're super expensive to maintain, though. You pick one up from the U.S. military for like, or the Air Force for like $250K, but then every year to have that maintained, it's like $1 million just to keep it in flight.
Worth
so like,
it.
they're virtually, it's worthless.
I don't think that's worthless.
You
at all.
turn upside down on your investment rather quickly is what he's trying to explain.
Yeah. Most
Okay,
people
yeah.
that buy them for like the collectible, like they put it in
Just
a
to
hangar
have.
to say, hey, I have a decommissioned.
I have
flat
a F-14 jet.
Do they
if
make...
you want to fuck around?
Okay,
and
so
play
like,
games?
you could probably get a plane with a couple more seats, right? At least 2 more. So you'd have 3 seats in total. You could chauffeur people around. Private.
Yeah, that's what that. Again, I'm not going to drop his name, but Jay.
Okay.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Out of the app or the Discord? That's what he does. That is his business. So he was a commercial jet pilot for like the longest fucking time.
And then he chauffeurs people in fighter jets?
No,
Or-
not in fact.
Oh,
he,
like a...
yeah, he bought a Phenom 360, which is a
Okay,
private
yeah,
jet,
yeah,
but
yep.
it fits like 16 people, and so he runs his own jet charter out of LA. So like,
Just imagine like a charter with
yeah,
That'd be cool.
F-14s.
yeah,
Just
and then
imagine the amount of overhead, though. Oh,
well, I mean the people that are paying you cover the. He doesn't fly that personally. He has his own. He's got I think it's called the Velocity.
Also, he works for another company.
No. It's his own company. So like he bought the jet.
Yep.
Okay, so he buys it, maintains it,
Yep.
and then charters that to people, and then is the pilot for those charters.
Same flights, yeah.
Yeah, so the people that are renting from him to go somewhere, all of that is paying for the overhead costs, and then he's got like a small profit on top of that. But
but small profit for taking a bunch of risk, paying having to deal with the FFA or the FFA.
And you've got, but I mean, he holds all of his commercial stuff in standing anyway because he was already a commercial pilot, and then he flies.
Well, yeah, but don't you think the plane has to pass federal flight like regulations?
Oh yeah, I'm sure, but obviously it's working.
Whoa, look at that thing.
Yeah, so then he's got one of these.
Neat.
I don't know. It's the dual. This one. Yeah, V-twin.
Yeah.
So that's a pusher as well. So they call it a pusher when the prop is behind the wing?
Yeah, because it's literally pushing. Not pulling. Yeah.
I gotcha.
And
is that more effective, do you think?
Only for light aircraft, because you can get it. So if you've got a super light or an ultralight, as they call it, by putting the engine in the back and then pushing, you can get away with a smaller displacement, which makes the engine's overall weight smaller, which is good because you're keeping the overall weight down.
Right.
But if the weight of the vehicle starts to get too big, or the aircraft gets too big, then you've got to pull, not push. and then obviously everything gets bigger.
Wow.
But yeah, for ultralights, they're this company also makes this fucking one. Dude, looks like a fighter jet.
It looks like an X-wing.
Yeah, doesn't it? Isn't that cool?
Star Wars. I would fly that through cracks and pretend to shoot in small holes. Yeah, like Luke, or whoever flew that. I think it was Luke Skywalker.
You're going to piss off a lot of Star Wars fans.
Yeah, I don't care, because you know what? Don't care. That's all there is to it.
All right. Just making sure.
The air in this house has been dry lately.
Terribly. So it's just winter, like in general.
Yeah.
And I also think like the house is super like insulated, and it's tight. And I don't think our air exchanger actually exchanges any air, or it exchanges a fuckload, and all we're getting is just dry air from the outside.
It's nasty.
Yeah, you can't keep it.
My nose is like in pain a lot, and I got a big nose, so that's a lot of surface area in pain.
On the outside, yeah. I don't feel it so much in the nose. I feel it more around like my lips. But.
So can't you like go for a walk to help with that?
Yeah, but it's dry air outside.
Yeah, look outside, dude. It's dry air.
So?
Hurts.
Dries
Everything hurts, Mitchell.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm not hurting.
No.
You just go through like 6 months of pain. That's it.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's over.
Yeah, when spring comes, my nose starts leaking and everything feels fantastic again, nice and moisturized.
Well, we could.
Lubed up.
You know what fixed that dry nose issue of yours?
A gummer.
Well, I guess.
I don't feel anything. This is great. Life is great. I'm loving this. My nose. Holy shit.
In theory, yes. But no, really what would fix this is about a case of beer and a honey hole at a lake nearby.
I do feel like that'll make, hey, get me out there. I'm down. I've ice fished once in my entire life, and we, maybe more than once. I mean, my dad ice fished a lot when I was little. So maybe he brought me with a couple times. I don't remember most of them. The only one I actually remember is we slept overnight on the fucking ice in the house, and in the middle of the night, all of a sudden you hear, it's like a fucking gunshot, dude. Just boom! And like the whole sort of like, you could feel it, everything sort of shake. The ice
ice?
Yeah, it cracked for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, scared the living piss out of me. Haven't been out since.
Wow. No, yeah, that happens often. Yeah, a lot oftener than you think.
Oftener.
So
more often. Excuse my improper grammar.
I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas, originally, and when we would go down
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, I was born down there.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I grew up here.
Okay.
We moved back when I was 3, 5, somewhere in there. Anyway, we would go back down though to visit relatives, friends. Mm-hmm. And while we would be down there, I can distinctly remember as a kid listening to these people talking to my mom and dad about winters up here and what do you do? And then they would say oh, well, we ice fish. And then they're like, well, what do you do when you ice fish? And they say, you go out onto a frozen lake and you drill holes in the ice and then you drop a line in the water. And then they would say, how many people do this? And you'd say, I don't know, you maybe get 500, 800 people on a good-sized lake in a day. Spitballing here. Mm-hmm. And then the response from the other person would be, well, if you drilled all those holes in the ice, wouldn't it sink? And
I don't think it quite works like that.
Yeah, and I remember being a kid looking at them holding some fucking lemonade with ice cubes
in it, yeah,
floating at the
doesn't
top,
matter.
going, ah.
Doesn't matter. Silly geese. Ice floats.
We had a good friend of ours actually had, I'm not, name wise and everything for whatever video reasons, but he actually got, so it's amazing how much the wind will cause a change in a lake's conditions, like frozen lakes conditions. This lake, the wind changed coming from out of the north to coming from out of the east, and it broke off a fresh piece of ice that was formed and created a giant, like 60-foot channel of open water between solid shore and ice. And it was a big chunk of ice. It wasn't a small, like, size of this table. It was.
So you're on like a flow.
Yeah, you're out in the open water, but you're on a piece of ice.
Oof.
Holy
They had to get rescued by the resort.
How do you do that?
You take like a duck boat or something, I imagine.
Yep.
They didn't have like a vehicle out there or anything. They just had
No, they were all
Well,
on,
even if they did, how do you get back? You got to leave the fucking.
you leave your gear,
right.
and they just get the people off first, and then they
take care of the
they go
people.
back for the equipment if it's safe. But I've actually heard a little recent story, like up at this particular lake, they have airboats,
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
and they'll take drones, and they'll, after they hear of a big ice break off like that, they'll take drones, fly them way up in the air, and search for equipment.
See if like
They don't care about the people. They wait till the people get evacuated, and then they put the drones up and go for the equipment.
like to steal it.
Yeah.
Well, it's more like finders keepers at that point. But
Excuse me,
I would
I just
still
got a
consider
cool drone. Let's go play some games.
I would
on
still,
Mille
but you
Lacs.
need an airboat, which is you pretty much need an airboat, like to go from.
I suppose.
I just said,
ice.
man, I got relatives in South Texas. I mean, like they don't have airboats there, but that's not that far from Louisiana. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, well then
could just-
get us an airboat.
we
and
can
we'll go
build an airboat.
yeah, for 100. Have you ever been in an airboat?
I have not.
I went on an Everglades tour once for like alligators and shit. Really wasn't an Everglade. It was Lake something or other in South Florida. But yeah, it went in an airboat for that, dude. They're fucking gnarly. Like when you get in them, like when they're just sitting still, they kind of just like they rock about and they're all
It's
the
a light
fucking
boat.
Yeah, and then all the weight's in the back, and then they're flat bottomed. So like as people get in and out, like they're moving all over the place. But then as like soon as those things get up and are like going,
plane.
yeah, dude, they're
Solid.
it's like
Where do
a
you
race
think
car.
an airboat originated from? Because it wasn't Louisiana. There's no way.
Couldn't have been.
There's no way.
Nope.
Jimbo,
Although
maybe.
he
Then
was
again, yeah,
like,
he's got-
I got
this
an LS.
bo-
I got an LS engine over here.
A box fan and a tub. Let's see what it is.
I think there had to be a little bit more engineering involved than that, to be completely honest.
I've done crazier things. Think about it. Think about it.
Their first airboat was invented in 1905 in Nova Scotia, Canada.
See?
By Alexander Graham Bell. Dude, this guy brought us fucking everything.
He's amazing.
Telephones
He's
and
a
airboats.
one-stop shop.
Telephones and airboats.
Yeah,
We should make a
originally used,
documentary. Telephones and airboats.
originally used by the British Army in World War One.
Cool. That way they
cool
can
history behind that.
float over all the dead bodies.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Although that might have been a hovercraft.
Oh, that would be messy.
That was a bit much.
Just arms and things flying out.
Oh.
Dude, I wonder if anybody's ever been like sucked into the prop of an airboat. I gotta assume if you don't have the cage on it.
When those things get going, like even sitting in the boat, you can feel the like it's
suction.
not it's not the air pushing you back. You can feel it's like somebody's got the back of your jacket and it's pulling you. Like that's what it feels like.
And like
pretty
the
gnarly.
pilots sit up in the middle, like pretty much right in front.
Yeah,
of
but
it.
he's got like a 5-point
harness on, yeah.
He's strapped the fuck in.
That's cool.
I could be a pilot of one of those.
You could. I mean, you look like you'd be a pilot of one of those.
I need longer hair.
No, because
Maybe
you would
not,
get,
'cause it gets sucked
you would never. I mean, you would never have to get a haircut. Eventually, it would just
Either
get
that or it
long
would
enough,
just
and it would just slice it off.
Peel your fucking scalp back.
That too.
No, I'm good.
No. It's a perfect haircutting machine. Have you, what is it? Was it that chick trying to eat corn on a drill?
Oh,
Took her hair out.
did you
Silly
see
goose.
the recent one of a fella working on like a lathe or something. He gets sucked up in the lathe. I saw the video and I fucked. Oh.
There's a video of it happening?
Yeah, because it's in a shop that has CCTV.
That didn't end well, did it?
No, it did not end well. The guy didn't make it. He was dead before they turned the machine off.
There was a guy in there was
Dude,
a guy,
that just gotta... No.
there was a guy locally here, not going to say where, because, again, don't know if I can.
Yeah.
So he was a welder, and he was working on a customer's pontoon. Okay, so one of the pontoons was leaking. So he brings the this guy owner brings the pontoon in, says, "Hey, I need you to, figure out where this leak is coming from, patch it up." So the pontoons are pressurized. So he's running pressure tests, trying to find where this is coming from. Can't find it. So he thinks he's got one of the welds up towards the front. He thinks that's where it's at. So he just runs over that, lays down a fresh bead, and gives him the pontoon back and says, "Here, try this out. If that didn't work, bring it back."
Bring it back.
Yeah. So
I'm not entirely sure that it's fixed.
Exactly. So this is the week before 4th of July weekend. Okay. So this guy brings it out that same day, takes it out to test it, still taking on water. So he puts it up on his lift at his house, at the cabin, and he's got family coming this week for 4th of July. So he doesn't have time to bring the pontoon in. So he takes a bunch of cans of great stuff.
Like Flex Seal or what?
Yeah, and pumps that into the pontoon. Okay, through the valve in the back.
Yeah.
So that gets him through the holiday festivities with his family, and then he takes it back into the shop to have this guy, hey,
weld it up.
Yeah, this didn't work, still leaking. Doesn't tell the guy that I just filled this full of 1,000 cans of aerosol.
Yeah.
Doesn't say that. So this guy, the welder, realizing the only way I'm going to find this is from the inside. So I got to cut the disc on the back of the pontoon. I got to cut that off. So he sparked, and he's got a guy working with him in the shop. He sparks his oxyacetylene torch, puts it up on the back of that disc. The second that flame hits the disc, that whole thing is like a fucking rocket
Pipe
tube.
bomb.
Comes off the back of that, and that disc
killed him.
Took his head off. So I get this from an insurance adjuster. So it was the insurance adjuster that went out there, to survey the damage, that is recounting this.
Wow.
So he walks into this shop, and here's this guy. So the police have already been there, the first responders. So there's obviously a body underneath a tarp at the back of the pontoon, and then there's another fucking tarp about 50 feet this way at the front of the shop, covering his head. Dude, that thing just boom. Yeah.
Ugh.
Do you imagine that? Being the dude in the shop, hearing that happen, turning around, and then that's what you see.
Just a thing rolling like a basketball down a basketball.
Yeah, right. That was gruesome as fuck. Sorry, I didn't mean to take it there.
It was just amazing. I don't know. I didn't
Crazy
think
story,
that
right?
type of shit would happen.
Yeah.
I guess it's anything's possible in this world. You should just be thankful for what you all got.
Yeah, you remember me telling you about my anxiety being high before this? Yeah, that helps. Let's do it. Mitchell, you had an opportunity to sit down at the sim racing rig a while ago.
Fuck, we're doing that now?
Well, we can. Hold on. Let's hold up a moment.
I was gonna say.
I take it back.
I was gonna say, damn, dude, you're the first guest we've had on in 2021, and you were the first guest we had on in 2020.
Well, sometimes
Holy crap,
you
you're
got
right.
to be, committed.
I totally spaced on that. I hadn't even given that any thought.
I'm just saying, we have our Duncan Trussell, ladies and
We
gentlemen.
have the Duncan Trussell. You kind of almost
I don't know what the hell
remind
that
me
means.
of a Duncan
That's all right.
Trussell.
That's all right.
It's a good
I
thing.
don't expect
That's
you to
a
know what that
compliment.
means. That is a fucking compliment, though.
Duncan
So 2020 was, crazy. I'm not going to talk about that too much because I feel like everybody else is fucking talking about it, and I'm over it, quite frankly. But your 2020, how do you think that went?
Mine?
For you, yeah.
Oh boy.
Good, bad? Give me something. Hey, it's New Year. I'm not going to say the new year, new me, or new year, new you, because I don't believe in that. I believe in new year, same me, still doing better shit every single fucking day. Get at me. But
when I realized when you got to cut something out of the podcast
Is what?
It's usually when he talks.
God damn.
No, I'm kidding. We'll leave.
But
that.
anyways,
It'll be funny.
about the 2020
Yes.
question, mine was fine. I, of course, am not really on board with all of the virus, everything this, everything that. I kind of see what you're getting at there. But,
You mean FOVID? I just came up with that.
Oh my god.
it's got people scared, and I guess rightfully so if their only source of media puts out messages of pretty much terror and, you know, leaving your house without having your own personal protective equipment. It just, to me, that it's just,
He's highly enlightened. He's highly enlightened.
I'm not
He's
a big,
reached a new level.
I'm not a big fan of the whole ordeal going on anyways. But other than that, I mean, I've got food in my belly. A
roof over your head.
Yeah,
Get the ice
I just bought a house, so that's good in 2020. I mean, shit, I didn't.
Yeah, that's an adult move.
Yeah.
That's an
Chalk that
accolade.
up.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You get a patch on your
Yeah,
arm.
so I mean, I'm doing okay. I've got money in the bank. I'm pretty good right now. So
Big things for 2021. I almost said big things for 2020. Big things for 2021 coming up. Anything like on the horizon? Anything you want?
I'm gonna put a shop up at the house so I can
Fuck yeah.
kind of do like what Mason just at least have a lift, maybe not do so much work or sell cars and shit.
And you can build drift trikes.
I can build whatever the fuck I want. I can build a dozer tank like they did in Michigan.
Yeah.
That one,
No, well, that was
Colorado. Boulder.
Texas, wasn't it?
No,
I think that was
That
Texas.
was Waco, wasn't it?
That was Waco. That was,
Yeah, where the
that was
dude-
Texas.
Fortified the tank and drove around town and just smashed into stuff.
I don't think. I'm pretty sure it was Colorado, but there might
It
be
might have been
two.
Colorado.
There might be two.
It was Colorado. Waco was different.
Waco is the religious cult that
Drink the Kool-Aid.
No. He's right. He's right.
the religious cult that ended up. Well, the one fella said, "Okay, all of your women, your wives, are now mine." Essentially, like you have to remain celibate. You cannot have sex with your wives. And yes.
His name on Google, when you pull it up, is literally Colorado Tank Man.
Yeah.
And then it says his occupation is a welder.
Yep.
No way. Look at that
Well,
thing.
and so I actually watched a documentary on this story, and the fact is he got sick, so he got kind of screwed either by the county or the town.
We might need a SWAT team.
Yeah.
Might.
Yeah. Well, so he got screwed out of the sanitary district because you know how commercially zoned sanitary works and everything is. Everybody has to tap into this line, and it's going to cost you whatever it costs for you to tap into our line, but you have to in order to maintain in a commercial zoned area. Well, he didn't want to do that, and they actually went around it and didn't even include him into the process of trying to get him stubbed in, as far as I watched and everything. And then the county sanctioned him at like $300 a day that he didn't get it dug. Well, this line that he would have to dig into their sanitary district was going to cost him like $100,000. So
It would put him under. I mean, a man.
he was a one-man show. It wasn't like he was this horrible guy he was a one-man welder.
Right,
He was,
right here, this says it all. A good man pushed past reason.
yeah.
How would you like to be these cops?
Dude, what are you supposed to?
Yeah, standing. Look
What
at
are you
him.
gonna do?
Just standing here, looking at him come through and take out this
No,
fucking
I
guy.
would just sit in my car. Be like, you're fucking nuts if you think I'm gonna go talk to this dude that's in a bulldozer.
In a tank.
And it's literally an armored bulldozer. That's what it is. And there's barely any windows in it.
There's no windows in it. How the
He's
fuck's
got
this guy
little
driving?
peepholes
Just up
and
here?
that's it. Yeah. And the funny thing is that he didn't wreck anybody's.
How did nobody
like personal
notice he was building that?
He had a big ass metal shop.
Oh,
Think
really?
of Glenn Metalcraft. How big?
Oh,
You could
okay.
put a dozer in
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
and build
yeah.
a dozer in
I
there.
gotcha.
You know what I mean?
And no, wait. So he had that size of a shop and he worked alone? Like he didn't have
He
any
had a
like
big ass shop, but it doesn't take much to have a big ass shop.
I suppose.
My dad had a 40 by 120 or whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
you could put one of those up for like less than $50K, couldn't you?
I suppose.
What's that?
40 by 120?
I don't know about that, and especially at the price of lumber right now.
Wow, in realistic
Yeah,
terms.
50, 60K.
times. Yeah.
Unfinished concrete floors and barely any electric type of shit.
So he had no problem. It'd be funny though. You imagine going into work one day, somebody
Well,
pulled a
before you-
dozer in, and now it looks like a tank. Scott, what are you doing?
Before he had even started on the building of that, he had been an established business partner in the community. So it's not like he was a brand new guy opening a welding shop that didn't have everything he needed. He had all the supplies that he needed to do that job. And
well, I mean, the caption of that one was "a good man," so clearly people the person writing that knew that you don't just say, "Hey, this guy that built this armored tank, he was a good man."
He really was.
You had to know him.
Yeah, he really was. But he didn't. He went after like public officials, like buildings, not like personal residences. It was like the commercial district.
He had a mission.
In all reality, you really can't blame him for that.
No.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if you tell a guy, hey, either you pay this $100,000 to get your sanitary district dug into our main line, or we're going to sanction you $300 a day. I mean, they're putting you in a rock and a hard place right there.
We will put you out of business unless you bend your knee to our will.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's like the guy had his own septic.
Stalin.
He had his own
Hitler.
Good Lord.
Mao.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
All socialist regimes.
Yes.
okay.
Government is
We're not
socialist.
comparing our own government system or our own county government system to that. We're not doing that. But I'm just saying.
So
Zach might be.
yeah, I am saying that. So for 2021, any like predictions for yourself?
I'm gonna
A bulldozer.
honestly, I am hoping to start my own company by that time, dirt work company, which wouldn't really wouldn't help you guys too much because you guys don't have much dirt work to be done.
No, but a bulldozer. You need that for dirt work, don't you?
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm probably not gonna start with a bulldozer or dozer in general. I'll just start with a skid, a truck, maybe a mini hoe, so I can do sewer and water, do septic, stuff like that.
Where do you find a mini hoe? Do you go to like an implement place?
You can. It just depends on your preference. If you have a good hookup somewhere, somebody might give you a good deal. But
so like one of the tiny little backhoes, right? Is it a backhoe or is it like one of those like?
So you know the difference between a backhoe and an excavator?
And a backhoe is the one that has the tractor with the back. And then the excavator is
Yes. An excavator is specifically a tracked vehicle meant to dig and excavate.
I got you.
One appendage, whereas the backhoe has the tractor, loader,
with the
bucket,
and everything.
then it has the seat that
The
spins
tail
around
off the back.
that you put your.
So that'd be more
in.
useful for you, like right off the rip, right?
I don't know. They're not that useful in general because they're not that good. I don't know.
They're probably not as maneuverable. You can't really.
They're not because skids with tracks you can literally pivot.
Just turn right on a dime, yeah.
Not that that's good for the machine or the components, but
F it.
It works.
F it. Yeah.
F it. Yeah, but you wouldn't have to because the whole top rotates, doesn't it?
What?
Of an excavator?
Yes.
Yeah, but if you got to make a
could literally
90-degree turn.
You could leave your tracks. That you should look up some excavator fails for a video. It doesn't have to be this one, but I'm just saying you'll get lost. Some of these dudes in foreign countries and they tip these things over. It's like you have to
Like this guy.
on a main road. On a main road. What? Unless it fell off the trailer.
I like watching the ones where they're like ridiculously skilled and they're just
and they
really
hop their way over shit.
Pull up the one to the left of your
Right
there. That one. That's not even a fail on the operator's portion.
That's just the mechanical.
That's
That
literally
came
what
right
it
off
pivots on. That's what it pivots on. Is that bull gear in there?
Dang.
Yeah, same shit, right?
Have you ever seen that happen in real life?
I have not.
No?
I would shit myself if that actually happened.
Hey, look, there's a picture of you.
That's fake. I'm definitely not that dark.
That's not fake.
That's not fake.
Dang, that's a nice machine there. Look at how nice that new that looks.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's unfortunate.
Oh,
You got to lift the bridge up a little bit to get that out.
How does that
look at
even
that.
happen?
Well, he was trying to dig upside down, of course. He was.
doesn't work like that.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Dude, look at that guy at the skate park with the forklift.
That might be.
Wait a minute. Hold on. That photo is cut out. There is an actual somewhere where a guy is being dragged along on a forklift.
I feel like he fell out of it. It got moving too fast, and now he's trying to like climb back in. Or
You've driven a forklift, correct?
I actually haven't driven a pallet forklift like that in a long time, but I have done it before, yes.
I had to at the feed mill. That thing was so much fun. I love driving forklifts. It's a good time.
You should get the videos up is what you should do, because that stuff's the prime content. When you see them like sliding down the roads and people sliding them off trailers, it's like I've unloaded smaller excavators on like a trailer that is at a, the deck height is higher than like a lowboy. I don't know if you know what a lowboy is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the deck height is like double that height. Well, you have to come down off that deck height onto metal grates and unload it, and those metal and freezing conditions make ice.
Right.
So it's pretty easy to slide one way or the other. Luckily, I never did, but those are the ones that
So you're saying you've had to take it off like the trailer itself?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ugh.
You load them and unload them. Like, that's just dumb. I don't know what the fuck that guy was thinking. That's just stupid.
So that's
Like here.
is that in your head what a mini hoe would be?
No.
No?
Yeah, that's mini enough, I guess.
But that's a
considered
mini excavator.
That's a mini excavator, yeah, mini hoe.
So when does it become like a
I picture
full
the
size?
mini
About
excavator.
10,000 pounds is when they consider is the threshold between light equipment and heavy equipment.
Okay.
That's about it. And some of the mini hoes can even get heavier than 10,000 pounds, but they still consider them minis.
Well, I mean, this isn't exactly an excavator.
That's
but
definitely not. I don't know what.
Looks like me driving
what
a
the
mower.
fuck?
Oh yeah, you're good.
Here you go, dude.
Oh. What? Hold on.
See ya. See ya.
I like how they both aren't coming up for air. They're just riding it down. They're like, this is how it is.
We got to get this out. Oh my god, look at this thing. Just smoking.
So how fast can you get them to go?
Those are, what do you mean?
Like
Dozers,
an excavator.
They're not meant to travel fast. Oh gosh. See, these foreign countries, they just do
They
this
just don't
weird
care,
shit.
dude. They just go
They
for
just
it.
do weird shit. I don't know why this is not safe. Look, yep, you're going to slam. Boom.
Oh god.
And what do you think just was going to happen there?
So how much do you think that one weighed? That was a mini, right?
Yeah, it's probably mini. That was probably 10, 12,000.
Oh, they're
pounds.
using one to pull the other one
Yeah,
out.
there's another one pulling that one. Yeah.
There goes the bucket.
Stay in there. Don't get crushed. Oh my god, that guy's probably needs new pants.
Yeah. See, so
my God.
for the first part of that video, he had his back drag blade down, so he was getting it was pulling against the machine, pulling him up the hill.
Yeah, that seems safe.
What are you
That
doing?
is not safe. You're supposed to chain those and just lift.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have any more reach to get it to lift it higher.
Well, boss, we didn't have any chains, so the idea
Well, he doesn't
was
have reach.
just
He needs to
drive the
back up.
trailer while I lift slightly.
It worked, I guess.
No, it's going to tip him over. Just wait.
No,
It's going to tip him over. It's
I
going to
don't
tip him
think
over.
so.
It's going to tip him over.
All right. Let's
There it goes.
segue beautifully here. Mitchell,
Yeah.
do you think your excavator driving helped you in the sim racing world?
No.
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 No. Isn't it kind of like playing a video game in there?
Not at all. When
No?
you're dealing with multiple thousands of dollars in equipment and
Lots of weight.
lots of weight, and you're swinging shit around trucks and trailers. No, not
Are
at
you
all.
puckered like constantly? Because I probably would be just full pucker. Are you relaxed up in there?
Dude? Some days it really felt like you were just a natural, just digging.
Right.
know?
You just got it that flow.
I was
state.
more of a miner. Like, I was mining material to load into trucks, so I wasn't doing as much fine-tuning digging as you need for basements. Because when you're digging basements, you need to be within like a tenth.
Right.
So within this amount. Whereas I was just pretty much
digging into the side of a hill. Or
digging
something.
into the side of a mountain of rock.
Okay.
So I didn't have so much fine-tuning stuff to deal with. But yes, there's a lot to deal with. You have to deal with, the weight, and when your track position matters greatly. There's so many variables that you just, an experienced person in the seat always makes a difference. It's 100% the truth. Whether somebody wants to admit it or not. It's not something you can train, you just have to feel it.
I have heard from a pretty reliable source that being inside of a skid steer is like the ultimate adult,
Toy.
like a sandbox toy, but in real life.
Yeah, I've driven one twice for short periods of time, and it's neat.
I've been in them, never driven.
I think I would like it better if it was like, so
Do you want to?
Bronson.
Can you hook
Yeah.
me up?
Bronson? Well, I'm going to buy my own skid, and by that point, I'll be able to let you run it, but
Bronson was driving one the other day on a Snapchat that didn't have the pedals anymore. It was the
hand
it
control
had the-
machine.
that seems like it would be way cooler because the pedals, for whatever reason, that was confusing to me. Like I couldn't quite.
It seems to me like playing the drums.
Yeah, and I don't do that.
Yeah.
So
You got to have
So with the hand controls, that's Bronson and myself work for the same fella.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm not in the summer. I'm just a wintertime guy. And yeah, it's all hand. They call it pilot controls.
okay.
This hand, this joystick controls forward movement, backward movement, left spin, right spin, and then all the way in between is like you're adjusting your tracks. You know, one track spins faster than the other to help you turn. And then this one's for your boom up, boom down, dump the bucket, and curl the bucket.
That seems like it would be really nice.
And you had, yeah.
Fluid, nice
Yeah,
movement.
Yeah, they said they don't like it because they're not used to it, but I love that machine. That is
Sweet.
That is my favorite machine.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Well, he's looking for another plow guy, part time or full timer. You know.
No.
Why not? Why does nobody want
No.
to? It sucks, but it's
No,
good
no, no.
money.
I did snow removal for one evening, and
One evening with a shovel.
Actually, it wasn't okay. So that part, I don't mind shoveling. I was supposed to get my own truck eventually and just go, but it's just like I attempted to do it 3 nights. The 2 other nights I was supposed to go, it didn't actually snow, but I was like on call, and dude, no way. I was like, nope. I like sleeping at night. When it's dark out, my eyes are shut. That was pretty much the only reason. And I fell really hard the one night I did go out. I was picking up a bag of salt out of the back of the truck, and I grabbed it, and then my feet just decided, hey, no more traction.
No more traction.
I fell on my elbow so hard, and I was shoveling the rest of the night. It felt like it was broken. It was bad, so it kind of put a sour taste in my mouth.
Well, don't get a sour taste because you fucking fell on your ass.
Also,
Go make some cash.
Also-
you can make cash, a bunch of cash. I'm just saying.
manual labor.
Dude, I sit in a skid loader for 12 hours and I make $500. Are you kidding me? Manual labor, suck my dick. That ain't no manual labor. That's getting in the cab and getting out of the cab.
It's a lot of labor.
You are playing a real life video game.
That's true. I'd probably be pretty dang good at it.
You probably would be. You just got to give it a chance. And it's cash, so literally unemployment. You can collect your unemployment and cash.
You didn't hear that here, though?
You didn't hear that.
I'm sorry. No,
You didn't hear
He
that.
wasn't suggesting.
I was actually suggesting to
You sound like Optimus Prime.
pay your taxes and don't work for cash because Uncle Sam wants every fucking cent of it. Everybody remember that.
All right. So, your race. Back to the regularly scheduled program.
So how do you feel it went?
Well, it's been a while, so I
you-
kind of forgot.
Yeah, you don't
Kinda
really
forgot.
remember. That's a good point, I suppose.
But I did okay as far as the time goes.
As far as I remember, you did okay. I don't think anybody has, like, so far, like, surprised me with any, like, crazy...
Except for Brent.
Brent, yeah, okay. He had a lot of practice time.
He did.
And he's just naturally, like...
A
Car
driver.
gifted.
adapt
Yeah.
to cars, so...
So you handled this first corner real smooth. That was real well. I'm gonna get that out of there. Maybe that'll go away. Maybe it won't. Yeah, it does.
You got the lines down, like, you know what's happening.
Yeah, you know where the apexes are. You know where the exits should be. You don't always hit it, but I mean that was a good lap.
Yeah.
Good corner.
Good corner.
Sometimes
that.
I feel like it's difficult because you go to hit the brakes and it's like you're expecting to feel resistance,
Yeah.
except with the pedal that on the simulator, there's no resistance. It's just
It
like
kinda,
engaged or
stops.
disengaged.
Yeah, it's like a...
It's not
hard-
like it's not like as you press harder, you're feeling like more resistance.
brakes, yeah, yeah.
So it feels like it just makes like coming into corners when you're coming hot difficult to navigate.
Believe there's a way to actually fix the pedals. They made the new version of that wheel and pedal setup, and I think that was something that they fixed because it's a
Probably
huge.
has like some sort of hydraulic.
Yeah. So if you when you get into like the super nice setups, they have hydraulic
but-
everything, and then
So 113 on the first lap.
Yeah, that's
or
not a bad out.
114,
That is not a bad
I guess.
out lap. Not by any means.
And then I just said F it and fuck this
Well, no,
guy.
I mean you played that pretty well right
yeah,
there.
that was pretty good finesse. You're not actually touching him there; you just bumped him a little going in. So
Wow, yeah, but
that's
I touched
nice.
him then.
And
and then you got on your back there.
Yeah, the computer in this game, they break really early too, so you can kind of count that as he got in your way. That's a weird corner. But a lot of people don't quite understand that one where you don't have to
It's like a
fight so
90-degree right, but,
Yeah, but
not
you
so
don't
much.
have to brake for it.
much. Right, you just
really
kind of
don't.
let off and coast
It's like a
through it.
sweeping right.
You just kind of have to trust that the track is going to be there, more or less.
Yeah, because you really can't see it.
You can't
coming
see
up
it. It's
over that.
flat.
Yeah.
And like almost, it's a crest, I guess.
So here you go, 53 at the barrels. That is where you want to be, 53, 54, somewhere in there, to really pull
I think this corner right here, that hop right there, probably made me slow.
maybe by a couple tenths, but
Overall.
I don't think so. Yeah, still looks like a 109.
Yeah.
109.
109 flat, basically. So we got your time here. Zach, you want to toss that up there?
That puts you
In 4th. You're in the top split of the...
You better not beat me. Don't beat me.
Don't beat. Well, actually, you want to know what's funny? The next people on this podcast after you are my sister and Allie.
Yeah, so neither one of those. I'm
So
sorry.
I would be
I don't
terrified
mean that.
because they're both extremely good at driving,
Yes.
ladies.
Yes.
If you hear this, you're very good at driving. Maybe.
Don't ask my opinion on that.
So I was asking about your 2021 predictions. And it just so... Do you know who Nostradamus is? Have you heard the name before?
I've heard it.
So he was a French philosopher from like the fucking forevers ago.
Forever ago.
Yeah,
Nice.
and
That's a good.
but his like main things were these like series of visions. And for all you out there, don't critique this. It's off the top of the dome. But he had like these series of predictions, these visions that came to him. Okay, so and he documented these in like a journal. Okay, this journal was found hundreds of years later, and then it's followed. Okay.
To make sure that there's anything right or accurate.
Yeah, like people were just interested at that point, and it just so happened to be that like a lot of the stuff that he was writing out actually happened. So some of the accurate predictions include the Second World War and John F. Kennedy's assassinations. So here is what he has to tell us about 2021.
Brain chips in soldiers, an asteroid hits Earth.
He's got a couple of them.
Crap.
Yeah, so French astrologer and doctor who is said to have accurately foretold some of the most monumental events in the last few hundred years. From the Great Fire of London to Adolf Hitler's rise to power and the horrors of the Second World War, and to the French Revolution and the creation of the atomic bomb, Nostradamus' predictions have been eerily accurate. So, I mean, this dude's gotten most of history after, hundreds if not thousands of years after his death. I don't know when he was born, when he died, but he clearly wasn't around for Adolf Hitler or the atomic bomb if his name was Nostradamus.
Not to denote any of his work, but how much LSD did this Nostradamus consume?
Yeah, but see, maybe like that connected him to some sort of like hidden
Astral realm where he was
Yes.
capable of seeing the future. Oh my
So,
God.
if he got all this other shit right, it might be worth
Whoever's got the future seeing LSD, I want to see it, and I want to try it.
He wants to do a gummer.
So
That's not it. That's not it.
Okay, I don't know what I'm talking about, to be honest.
You fucking do.
here's what his top 6 prophecies are for the next 12 months.
Zombie apocalypse. Well, I mean, we got
That's
a
a
virus.
good one. That's a good one.
We do have a
And
global
we have
pandemic.
a vaccine that nobody knows anything about.
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
boy.
Super safe.
So, first question: how do you handle a zombie apocalypse? What's your go-to?
7 feet that way.
Lots of guns.
Lots of guns. His pistol is over there.
Favorite gun?
Lots of whiskey.
Lots of whiskey. That's okay.
What do you mean?
You could start fires with it, I suppose, if you get some good stuff.
I like my favorite gun is one that shoots.
Okay, so you don't have a particular that would like. This
I don't
would
give
be
a
your
shit.
zombie
I
slaying
don't give a shit. I mean, honestly, a 22 would be perfect because they're inexpensive rounds, yet they pack the stopping power to put a brain shot down.
And like everybody fucking has one, and with zombies,
Yeah,
it's got to be in the brain.
It's got to be in the brain.
It's
apparently.
lightweight, you gotta carry a
Supposedly,
lot
who
of
knows if that's actually accurate?
We've never
I
been
don't
able
know.
to test it out.
I
This is
have
true.
never shot a zombie in
This
the
is
fucking
true.
brain, so
This
I
is
can't
true.
say that's a good thing to do or not.
Good news for you guys. I have.
Oh, really?
No.
On Call of Duty.
On Call of Duty, it would appear
Call of Booty.
that the more time you spend near the zombies, the harder they get to kill, which is unfortunate.
My go-to would probably
It's kind
be
of like a relationship.
Yeah, well, Jesus. I didn't say yeah.
that brings me into my next segment.
Oh, God. Wait, what?
Not quite yet. Not quite yet.
Wait, yeah. What else? Has he
My
got
go-to would be a katana because I like the intimacy behind it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
But it's a zombie.
You know what? I can
That's what
respect
makes it like
that.
intimate. You know what I mean? Like
but they're already dead. That's not intimate. That's just
you were
That's
alive
just
at one point. Now you're
necrophilia.
dead, and now I feel okay. Yeah. So there's a name for it. There you go. Zombie apocalypse. That's number one. Number two, biblical famine. Not nearly as most of the world is currently in famine.
Yeah.
So it doesn't take much to get to biblical at this point. You can skip over that
Maize.
one.
Did you see the
Skip
bags
that
of
one.
maize?
Let's just skip that one. We just don't want to comment.
Solar storm.
Solar storms.
I can see this.
So I need
Somebody
to read,
name that area of the continent, and
We shall see the water rising and the earth falling under it, which is his
boy.
Nostradamus' claim. As the devastation manifests itself across the globe, the doctor says there will be mass migration and people living on Earth will start to fight over the few remaining natural resources. Katanas come into place.
I don't think you're going to need a gun first.
Yeah, but definitely first. But after everybody's expended all of their bullets.
okay, what is this? Michonne from fucking?
Yeah, but I think there's enough bullets where
there.
you're not going to see the end of bullets.
No.
Yeah, but you,
And you can
I
also
don't know, because
remelt them
eventually-
and remake them and
Yeah.
recase them. So I doubt that.
Yeah, but you
you're
got to have the gunpowder to do that. And if, like, think about all fucking resources are just gone. You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to have natural gas.
Yeah, but they're
coming
not.
into
That's the
your-
thing. Is like you're not going to see the end of it because either you're going to die by a nuclear bomb, or by the time most people are gone, there's going to be way more bullets than there are people. There probably already is. I would assume.
I would also assume. I would agree with that.
So like, if everybody
But
like
most people
dies-
are not skilled in the use of a firearm.
which
So
means they're going to use more bullets.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So eventually those
Or-
bullets will just get expended.
Or they're not going to get any bullets out.
the
and then-
people that are skilled with using
we'll
the
have all of,
bullets
yeah, they'll have all that.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that's good.
will use their skills in order to obtain more
bullets. Yeah, I guess. I don't think you would see the
So that you can stockpile.
end of
All right,
bullets.
all right.
though.
Well, you know what? Katana, nonetheless.
Yeah.
On my
Yeah, I
hip,
mean,
it
for
looks-
close
Damascus
quarters,
steel.
Yeah.
1081.
You would have to learn how to move in the shadows.
Well, Mitchell, if you didn't believe Nostradamus, who has been recorded for hundreds, if not thousands of years, I don't know, somebody on YouTube fact check me, please. Maybe you will
that's
believe
a good
this individual.
That's good evening.
It's a hefty portion of scotch. Good for you. Psychic who sees future by throwing asparagus makes predictions for 2021.
I like it already.
I like asparagus.
Jemima Packington.
She's gonna
If
be
I
canceled.
haven't heard a name
Instant.
that needs to be on a syrup bottle more, maybe a package of
I especially
asparagus.
like the way that she fans out the asparagus.
I
so
wonder
that
what
you
else
can
she
see
uses
them
that
all.
asparagus for.
Easy.
Well, I mean, most asparagus is pretty thin, and yet all of
she's
these
got some-
look like
she's got the
fucking-
thickest
asparagus,
Dude, these
dude.
look like palm trees.
She wants that thick asparagus, brother. That's what
She wants that thick asparagus.
So we have, other than a crystal ball,
Earning her the name Mystic Veg. What?
She's got the mystic vag.
Oh God.
the Mystic Veg has the Mystic Vag. Only
I
makes
want to
sense.
smell her mystic vag.
Yeah, but I bet if
It
anything, it smells like asparagus. All right, so yeah, that's her tossing some
What
shaped vegetables
happens
in the
when
air.
you- I'm gonna go get some asparagus and throw it around.
She needs to trim that asparagus. It's looking fucking pretty white at the,
I can
at the
tell as
buds.
soon as I throw some asparagus, it's probably aimed at Beams's head and it's going to hit him. That's my prediction. If I ever was going to
Yeah,
throw
let's
some
not buy
asparagus.
any asparagus.
What the fuck are you? What?
Go buy some asparagus.
So she forecasts, although the impact of COVID-19 will still be felt around the world, that's easy.
Easy. That's light work.
The vaccines will bring a return to new normal by June 2021.
Hey, that's
I could have thrown a
optimistic.
quarter at the wall and figured that out.
That's optimistic.
The world's population will become kinder and more tolerant. Not likely.
I don't think so.
As a direct result of the pandemic, and governments will be more beholden to the will of their people. Well, have you seen the power grab taking place in the last
Yeah, I don't think
30
any of
days.
that is happening.
So I'm going to say this first one's debunked. She's got some shit about the royal family. Nobody cares about them.
Nobody cares.
They're just...
We're Americans, goddammit.
They're literally celebrities. It doesn't matter.
Oh, look, here's the next one, celebrity.
It's bad news for celebs and influencers. I can get down with that. With
don't
the
like
psychic
that.
predicting the general public will switch their attention towards real heroes instead.
Big salaries for sports stars.
Hey, give me a cape.
Oh, yeah. I suppose, look at the next one. Big salaries for sports stars and obsessions with celebrities will become a thing of the past. The era of semi-professional sportsmen will re-emerge, along with a focus on real... Semi-professional sportsmen will re-emerge?
Hey, that's us. We're
Fishing,
semi-pros.
hunting.
I'm a semi-pro YouTuber.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I'm a
That's
semi-pro.
us.
Is this good for me? I don't understand.
Time to claim
throwing
our
the
platform.
asparagus.
I'm a semi-pro beer drinker.
Look at this. You're going to get paid for beer drinking because you're a hero.
God damn it, I hope so.
She says former President Trump will be disowned by GOP members because of his appalling handling of the U.S. domestic situation. He will not stand for a further term as president. Okay, hold up.
Did she
Hold
throw
up.
that
Hold
after
up.
she figured out
Yeah.
that he was...
When was this fucking... January 1st, 2021.
Okay, yeah,
that's
really easy to
pretty
tell the
easy.
future when you know what's actually happening.
I'm skipping that one because she's just overall
How her
wrong.
previous predictions have gone.
Asparamancer. That's how you refer to her as. Nice. She
God.
did, however, say that Donald Trump would win the latest U.S. election. Well,
So it's a load of
So
garbage.
what the fuck?
No, she
What?
claimed he would, and then shortly after realizing that he wouldn't, she threw some more asparagus.
And decided, you know what? He's not gonna
discovered,
win.
didn't decide. Again, it's the asparagus that decides.
It's the
She's just the
discovery of-
asparamancer.
Yeah.
Asparamancer.
Asparamancer.
Wow. I'm impressed.
Some people have a lot of time.
Too much time.
You know what the worst part about all that is? She probably gets paid for that somehow, some way. I bet she
She
pulls
makes some
in
money. Yeah. You know what the hardest thing for her probably was? Deciding asparagus or carrots.
Or what's the emoji? What is that? That
An
the
eggplant.
Eggplant. Yeah.
Ooh, I would have thrown an eggplant around. That would be fun.
Couple of them.
Yeah.
Okay, you're the one that said throw the fucking eggplant. around.
No, you're the one that brought it. What's the emoji? An eggplant. You were thinking about it. Yeah. I said carrots.
I said carrots.
I was safe.
Yeah. All right.
You silly goose.
I don't know how much time we have left on that one, but I want to burn through a few more here. So
Yeah.
Mitchell,
I like these.
you like you know women just as much as any other man.
filling out a date out.
Yeah.
Branded narcissist for grilling potential Tinder
Read it into the
dates
mic.
with questionnaire. Wow.
So this lady was ridiculed by the internet because whatever she was sending her Tinder users or Tinder matches went viral. So we're going to read through some of these here. Would you be interested in filling out a date application?
Who's filling it out? That's my question. Like, who gets that far? If
No,
I
but
get a link,
Depends on how hot she
Yes,
is.
and then
has anybody
first,
ever used Tinder
first
before?
response by this
Don't
poor
click
asshole?
on links.
A what?
What?
Yeah. A Google form with important questions. Send the form.
Yeah, nobody's filling that out. And who is, like,
Hold up.
you
hold
don't
up,
deserve to
hold
be
up,
on Tinder.
Hold
if
up.
That's
What are you looking for? And then it's got multiple choice. That's the someone to go on fun dates with, an open or poly relationship. Hey,
God.
if you have to use the word poly in your questionnaire,
Isn't that a prefix? Is that even a word?
Polygamous.
get rid of it. Yeah,
prefix,
yeah.
poly.
It's a like short form. That's for the social, the
Polygamous, yeah.
SJWs and the woke culture.
Oh,
Woke
I am woke, I think, and I fucking...
No, you're unwoke.
I am
You're
unwoke.
unwoke.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You're sleeping.
fucking sleeping on the job. then.
An exclusive relationship, a hookup, or I'm not sure. Other.
I'm looking
Other-
for...
I want to know what the other submissions were. That's what I want to know.
I want you to throw me like asparagus. Where do you live? That's not
creepy.
going to happen.
Yeah, don't ask that.
Your answer,
Do you
Minnesota.
consider yourself a feminist?
Hey, I'm on Tinder.
Yo.
What Hogwarts house are you? Oh my god.
This is an important question. Does it matter?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't think so, but women these days are
Hufflepuff.
I like how they have
Different.
not a Harry Potter fan listed down here.
That's the obvious choice.
Everybody has a choice.
Other should have been listed here, so I could have told you my actual thoughts about what I think about this questionnaire.
Yeah. Maybe it is. No, it's not. What's your favorite
Taylor Swift song?
Oh,
for
God.
Christ's sake.
Okay.
None.
So
Not
clearly,
available.
if you already answered "I'm not a feminist" to the feminist song,
Yeah.
you're out. She hasn't read
Somebody
this far in the
get this
questionnaire
fucking
anymore.
person
Yeah.
off of the internet.
Do you like cats?
Well, okay, yes, I do, but yes, I have one.
Okay, that changes everything for you.
Does that mean I have to go back and answer?
Yeah, because
what
you're no
Hogwarts house I am?
You're no longer available at that point to be a potential suitor. You are.
Come on,
You are
man.
the best friend with
Some
a cat.
ladies clearly like cats. They're just, fucking.
Just weird as fuck.
Yeah, but she could be there for two reasons. She could just be looking for that friend that has a cat, and then looking also for a boyfriend.
A friend that eats her cat.
That makes sense. But the friend who has the cat would have answered.
Not literally
see?
eating the cat, but
This is how
eating-
you know you're not woke, is you're still cracking jokes like that.
Why?
Still eating.
No, that's a good
you're Still
thing. That's a good
cracking
thing.
the eating the cat jokes.
Yeah.
Eat that motherfucking pussy.
And that's okay. That's all of it.
Well, that's all for today, folks. We'll end with him.
No, I got one more.
Oh, he's got
I
one
got
more.
the
All
best.
right. Yeah,
I got
we're
the
not
best
done.
of the best.
We're not done. We can't
So,
eat with Mitchell, or we can't eat with Mitchell. We can't finish with Mitchell.
Oh.
You can't
Saying-
finish with
I'll
Mitchell.
cook you
Hey,
guys up some
phrasing.
steaks, don't you
Phrasing.
worry.
Be careful with that. Phrasing.
Phrasing.
Finish with Mitchell eating
Finish.
the cat.
I will eat
So this is my
cat.
favorite one of them all.
Oh, God.
Okay. What do you got?
The man up here.
Sure, Cheeto.
Yeah. COVID bill includes a 180-day countdown to UFO disclosure.
Ah, yes, aliens. I love
So
aliens.
part of the reason why Trump pushed back that first COVID stimulus bill, not the first one, but the first one in December, was he wanted this like bit added to the law. So a 5,593-page coronavirus relief bill that he signed has this proposition: a request for the Pentagon to brief Congress on all it knows about unidentified flying objects within 180 days, which ties into the 180-day window that they already had. So the Pentagon's like UAP program, which is unidentified
Aerial phenomenon.
aerial phenomenon. Every 180 days, they were supposed to make a release, and that first release should have been December 5th. Well, they skipped over that. Shortly after December 5th, this new coronavirus bill rolls around, and then Trump pushes back and says, no, I'm going to sign this. Like before, it was just sort of a handshake, backroom, yeah, we agreed to it deal. Now he has
Put it in writing.
put
Now
it in
it's
fucking
legal beagle.
yeah. So the briefing will cover observed airborne objects that have not been identified and feature detailed analysis of unidentified phenomenon data collected by a geospatial intelligence.
Spatial intelligence, human intelligence, measurement of signal intelligence, according to...
Sorry. We are aware that the Senate Select Committee on Intelligence Committee reports of the Intelligence Authorization Acts for fiscal 2021 included a requirement for the Director of National Intelligence, in consultation with the Secretary of Defense, to submit a report on unidentified aerial phenomenon within 180 days of enactment. So that should put us somewhere in the area
Whoa.
of June.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we're going to finally have.
Big fan.
Have you seen the most recent, and I'll leave that up there while I pull this up so that you can continue to read.
I have it all read already.
This is the most recent.
Don't doubt his fast reading capabilities,
I
Zach.
suppose. Yeah, that's a good
He's
point.
a fast reader. He's grade 7.
I'm just, yeah, we're higher than that.
Higher than that, maybe.
Definitely
This,
not, maybe.
so I need to find two of these here. So this is the first one. So this is a fighter jet flying out over the ocean somewhere, and he, over his shoulder, he takes a selfie with his iPhone, okay? Because he just whizzed past this thing here. He's got no fucking idea what it is. So when you take some software and like you blow this photo up and then like break down the resolution, make it look a little better, that's what it is. This was just a couple weeks ago. what is that? He described
Double click that real quick.
The pilot described it as a square inside of a sphere.
A square inside of a sphere?
Yeah, so this was December 10th is when this is the date on this.
Where's the zoom picture?
Yeah, so here's the over the shoulder, obviously the selfie shot, and then there's the blown up, kind of rendered as good as they were able to get it photo. So that is just, and according to him, as he flew past, it was stationary but moving.
Hovering.
Well, no, it had a movement. So he described it as a cube inside of a sphere. So either the sphere was moving and the cube was stationary, or the sphere was stationary and the cube was moving. But he described it as having a movement, even though it was stationary. He flew past it.
Dang. What do you think about aliens, Mitchell? Have we already talked about this? Did we talk about this in the last one? Oh, there goes the GoPro.
All right.
We're coming to an end, folks.
I think is that it?
That's the end for the GoPro.
Well, that's the end for the GoPro. So, yeah, we're probably going to have to wrap it up at this point. But,
well,
in my own opinion, it's going to come out here pretty soon.
Yeah, within 180 days, we're going to have evidence.
Aliens.
Potentially. You know what that means for people? Good things.
Death.
No.
What does it mean for you? What do you do?
Dig basements and drive trucks.
Attaboy.
All right.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because the aliens don't care.
It would be no different than if dolphins walked out of the ocean and started talking to us.
What if that's what happens now? In 180 days, they go, well, aliens are real, and all of a sudden we look to the coast and dolphins are coming up. Finally, thank you.
Thank you. So, stop.
Yeah, can we please get a cheeseburger? It's been thousands of years.
And you still got to be to work at 8 a.m.
Yeah, but then the dolphin is also next to you in a BMW, and you go, how did you afford a BMW? It's been 3 days since you've been out of the ocean.
I hope dolphins aren't the douchiest people like BMW owners.
Ooh.
That's not going to bode well with most of our audience.
Sorry, audience.
We don't have a douchey audience.
BMW owners.
I don't think BMW owners watch our podcast.
No, all right.
Riley might. Hi, Riley.
Sorry, Riley.
All right, that's all I got.
That's all we got?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mitchell.
Congrats.
Appreciate you coming back on. You 4th place. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and I really appreciate the first in 2020, first in 2021. This is a segment we're going to keep
trend.
going. Yeah, we're going to have you back on between now and 2022, but you will for sure be the first guest in 2022.
Numero uno.
Maybe we'll do a New Year's Eve 2022 like live cast.
Maybe when it's
Ooh.
2025,
Yeah, we could bring in the New Year's.
We'll be in New York, and you'll have to fly me out to your studio.
No, it'll be Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas.
Yeah, not for any particular reason, like other than the
Zach
fact that
wants
it's
to be
just
really close to Joe Rogan.
no. It's just more or less it's the
Is that where
I don't
Joe's
know
at?
who is this Rogan person that you talk.
Yeah.
No, I'm not sure.
Joe,
Yeah.
give me a call. If you ever got any
Give us
questions
a
about
call.
like fishing or like me hunting, just give me a call. Or if you want to just fly me out to your, cabin or whatever and just talk about stuff and just.
You could go
drink
elk
beer.
hunting with him.
Yeah,
I would love to. I would absolutely love to. I'm a broke child.
Do you need to adopt a child?
Well, I mean, he watches this podcast.
Yeah.
If he does, then by all means.
This is
Joe
the third
Rogan.
biggest podcast in all of podcasts.
I'm not going to put my phone number
There's the
out.
Tim Dillon podcast, and there's the Joe Rogan Experience, and then there is Peer Review. All right, I'm out.
All right. See you later, folks.